from what we have seen, who is the closest to Limerick? Now, we would have said Kilkenny, and I think they will be a different animal come championship, but in terms of what we've seen so far this year, who's the closest?
Galway and Tipperary.
Both of them.
Tipperary are coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Galway and Kilkenny I think are the closest to Limerick. Like, there's only 5 points in the game in Salt Hill, but again, Limerick completely is off the throttle. They could have hammered them if they want. And I think there was a big case that with Limerick this year. They beat what was in front of them. They racked up heavy leads and then stepped off the gas. And maybe it was a case of not showing their hand, or they knew they'd enough done. But I think the gap from 1 to 2 is a lot bigger than the gap from 2 to 8 or 9. Which is another scary prospect for Limerick.
It is a scary prospect.
And the 3 to come out of Munster, I'm going to come to you again next week, but right now, the 3 to come out of Munster.
Limerick, Tip and Cork.
Limerick, Tip and Cork. I think I agree with you with Cork. Obviously, Limerick. I still have a feeling for Waterford. I think there's something up their sleeve, but how couldn't you make the case for Clare either with Mr. Tony Kelly to come through? So it's a really intriguing championship to come along. We'll look at it in depth next week. But before we go from the league, Matt, put up a poll yesterday, just looking for who people thought was the player of the league. Just under 1,000 responses. Who is your top 3? And we'll see, do you agree with the people? Limerick's best performer over the course of the league.
My top 3 would be Barry Nash, Dermot Burns, and Tom Morrissey.
Okay, they agree with you in 2. Number 1 is Barry Nash, is it?
Yeah, I look. I thought he was simply magnificent, and like all he did last Sunday was more of the same. Like
Yeah.
I think he's been incredible, absolutely incredible.
For me, I think the player of the league, he missed the semi-final, which will go against him, was Dara Donovan.
Dara had a fantastic league, very, very consistent as well. But you see, when you're talking about the Limerick team, like, and when you were saying to me there a week ago, the best 5, I said make that 25. Well,
we're coming to that in the next segment, Matt. So get ready. But top 3 at the moment, Barry's in front, followed by Tom, and then Dara is in third. But there's so many responses, and you could make a genuine case for anyone because the Limerick team is just so good, and there's players popping from everywhere. It doesn't matter if there's injuries or flus or suspensions. The juggernaut just keeps rolling, and a long may it last as we look forward